first live of 2026. Let's have some fun. We're going to take a look at one of the trucks that we finally got finished up. Going to go racing tomorrow. I'm stoked. This thing came out awesome. We built it right here on the live. So everybody here got to check this thing out at one point. A couple of decisions were made. And this thing came out killer. So I'll wait for a few to show up. Let's have some fun. Right now I'm getting rained on and snowed on and hailed on. It's been a mess out there. So we're gonna give it a minute. We're gonna head. I'm a few minutes early, trying to get ahead of things for tomorrow. Going out racing. I got some stuff to do on the buggy. I got some stuff to do on this yet, but we're good to go. So let's check it out. It's not a beer. It's a root beer. I don't want to hear no crap from anybody. Let's check it out. Here it is. Finished up the RC10T. Check out that paint job. It's not a shelf queen by any means, but it's definitely raceable. This thing came out awesome. We got these really awesome looking J Concepts wheels. These things look a hell of a lot better than the stock wheels that this would have came with. They don't give you the wheels. The, what's it called? I'm sorry. The screws to hold those hubs on. That was kind of a bummer. Wrapped them in a nice J Concepts fuzz bite in the rear. We got the swaggers in the front. We will be racing on carpet, so this thing is going to be ready to rock and roll. The outside, got a couple different flavors of paint here. That is just a basic black. I think that was a Tamiya black. We have a Tamiya white on the front with the cow prints. Most of the stickers are working correctly. And the center, that is a Traxxas. That is that, what's the name of the color here? Let's see. Fluorescent red, backed by the white. I pinned it by hand. I mean, it's not the best. Some of the tape lifted, but it's not terrible. Looks pretty good. So let's take a look at it. Let's get the top off. Show you the electronics. We finished this up. I didn't really bother showing this because I hate soldering, especially soldering on the spot. Come on. There we go. All right, let's take a good look at this body before we do it. I changed up a couple of things because it came with like Reedy stuff and all them kind of decals. We're not using any of that older stuff. So we got a nice J Concepts logo on the front. Swapped it out for a hobby wing. We're going hobby wing on this one. Likes to collect the dust. The old school Team Associated logo on the side, number 3, because we do it for Dale around here. I did not put the wing on the back. I thought it looked better without the wing, so I didn't. Threw the Cliff Led Edition logo on the top. Gotta love how the black shows every single fingerprint you'll ever put on this thing. And the same thing on the other side. All right, let's pop the lid off this thing. Oh, yeah. She came out looking good. Well, first things first, if you didn't watch some of the build, took all the dyeable parts. Everything that here that could have been dyed has been dyed. Took that white, got rid of it, made everything nice and clean. Just blacked it all out. I did use the titanium turnbuckles that it did come with. I don't know about that idea. I don't like how they have just this single adjustment here on the inside. I might swip those out for the J Concepts ones at a later time, but as for now, she's good. We, let's see. I use these stock shocks. I did buy 12mm adapters. I will be able to swap these out to a 12mm spring, which I do have. J Concepts shock towers, front and rear. Let's see what else we did. J Concepts motor mount in the back with the honeycomb design. MIP axles. We got the CVDs in here. We're not running the dog bones that this would have came with. What else we got here? It's got a 26 pinion on there. Now, as far as the electronics goes, oh wait, we got some more stuff here. J Concepts aluminum steering rack. Pretty nice little rack. Did not come with the screws. Was not happy about that, and the servo mount. As far as electronics, we got our Spectrum 215 like I usually run, paired up to my radio. XR10 Pro Legacy, the 150 amp ESC, wired up to a slot machine 2, 17.5 by Trinity. Nice little motor. And I just got this battery in here now. It's got a ProTech. I'm going to get a bigger one. Might run something different. And we got the 160T ProTech Servo. But yeah, there we go. All the ball cups are all RPM, so hopefully they'll stay on. That would be wonderful. And that's it. We got ourselves a pretty fair build. I think that this thing will come out real nice. Let's see here. Hey, Rinks, did you and the family have a good Christmas? Yeah, man. Everything was good. Hope you had the same. But yeah, we just finished this up, and we're taking it out racing tomorrow for the first time. Hopefully it should go well. Should go well. All right. Yes, thank you. Good to hear, my man. Good to hear. But yeah, that's what we got so far going on. This thing is, it looks a lot better than I thought it was going to. Mechanically, it's got everything it needs to rock and roll for sure. I'm pretty happy with it. It was a pretty easy build. A couple of things, couple of the J Concept stuff. Like I said, the wheels did not come with screws to mount the hubs. That was kind of silly. I don't understand that. And the steering rack did not come with screws either. It's like, come on, man. Let's see, any other issues? I don't think so. Wish it would have came with standard screws. That would have been nice. I got an Arma Quake for Christmas. Nice, dude. Nice. I hope you enjoy it. I love mine. That Quake is definitely hits higher than it should. I'm telling you. Like, I got the Arma, what is it? The Notorious. And honestly, it just feels like an oversized Quake. I mean, I like it, but it's not like groundbreaking. Once you had a Quake, you're like, same deal. All right, what else we got? Big Boy Toys, what's going on, man? Popping in for a while. Wait for her to Sofa to ride. Nice, man. Hope you have some fun. That's just bad not supplying the screws as well just to make a few bucks. Yeah, I didn't understand any of that. That made no sense to me why they didn't. Where did that body clip get to? There it is. These body clips, too, they're kind of small, and I don't have any exactly like it. So I bet I'm going to lose them. But overall, I give the kit, the build quality itself, it's a solid kit. I think it's definitely worth picking up. The four-wheel drive one looks really cool. This is the two-wheeler, but like I said, the four-wheel drive one looks kind of cool. This is the two-wheeler, and I can't wait to race it. I'll record it. We'll get to see how good it does. Excuse me. God, I love that root beer, but that root beer don't love me. Let's see here. Hey, Lotus, what's going on? Yeah, you like that hat? It's still sitting there. You can see it right there. Yeah. Yeah, why they wouldn't supply the screws, I have no idea. ProTech makes some nice titanium motor screws. I did replace these. These have titanium motor screws. They're from 1UP, I believe. I got them with the orange washer. Kind of matches everything, but not really. I still got to get a chassis protector for the bottom, but yeah, I do. Yeah, we still got our fifth scale. We're still there. But yeah, this build was really fun, and I'm glad that everybody got to hang out. Is it fitted? Yes, sir. It's cheap too. I think they have them on the site. I think I paid like $10. But yeah, the RC10T, we finished that up, and like I said, this thing came out banging. It's gonna be fun to drive. Hope to get a lot of use out of it. Hopefully nothing breaks, because that sucks. I might have to get me one of those. Do it, man. Order some parts. Maybe you can get them to throw you one. I got this one. I got the pipe for it. Quick service too. I didn't even buy a DDM part. I bought it, the Bartolone. They gave me it. Well, I bought this, but You just tempted fate. Yeah, it'll work out. Oh, I'm not worried about breaking nothing. It's all part of the game. It's all part of the game. But yeah, I'm really happy that we got to. I do order enough stuff through them. Yeah, they should throw you a freaking bone. You know what I mean? Nice hat to advertise for them. You know, there you go. What was I gonna say? It was really cool getting to build this with everybody on the lives. That's why I like doing these. It was really fun getting this thing together. Started looking like there's some, you know, started looking pretty good really quick because we loaded it with the J Concept stuff. But I think this truck's gonna haul ass. I mean, it's not just a looker. It's not gonna sit on the shelf. This thing's gonna rule. Yeah. I do order enough stuff. Yeah, I need to get I want to get a carb. Everything runs fine. I just want a little bit more power. Maybe get a carb for it. Intake. That has that goofy air filter in it that comes up and then out. Not like the 5T where it's like actually just located on the side, so it's a pain in the ass. If everybody can hit that like button on the way in, I appreciate that. But yeah, any questions on the 10T? I mean, we all built it here. We got to build it live together, so when we go out racing tomorrow, basically everybody's gonna be with us on that one. We get to see how it worked out. I think it's gonna work out real nice. The endless challenge of more power. The 32 cc engine in that DBXL20, it's fine. It says clip the metering spring in the carb and the head gasket for some light Yamabon. If I go through the trouble of pulling the head off, I'm gonna get the I'll get the big bore kit or the stroker kit for it. What motors are in that? Which one? The 10T or the DBXL? That's the DBXL 2.0 came with a 32 Zenoa, 32cc. Lotus, I'm going to wrench on the Rofun Bahag. Get her running again. The 10T? I don't know. I think those are Zenoa. There's Zenoa engines as well, I believe. I don't know. I don't have one. I had the opportunity to buy one and I didn't. Kicking myself for that. I don't nearly use that buggy enough to justify buying a big truck to match it to sit next to it. Why? It won't stay running? No, man. That thing will fire right up. That thing runs great. Bartolone pipe on it. Pretty much it. I mean, I didn't really do much to it. I had to play with the carburetor a little bit when I put the pipe on. That was really it. Oh, okay. The Rofun Baja, get her running again. I guess he broke it. All right. So if nobody has any questions about this, like I said, I bought the adapters for this so I could run 12mm springs on this. So if these springs are foobar, I can always swap them out. I got a ton of 12mm springs for the SR10. So, all right, we got a couple of parts. Quick fix. I want to work on. HPI Baja runs like a champ. Yes, the guy I work with, his son just bought one. It's not an HPI one though. I don't think. I think it's the Baja brand at a Roven, I think. That build was fun to watch. Yeah, man. Wait till I go racing it tomorrow. It'll be fun to watch again. Watching this thing probably tag walls and Devin beating on it. It's gonna be fun. I hope I don't break it right off the bat, but we're gonna try. We're gonna go fast. Yeah, what's going on, Nitro Pim? Oh boy. All right. Got a couple of parts. Like I said, we're gonna throw on real quick. Not on this. This is ready to rock and roll. I got a pretty good alignment, I guess, on it. We'll work on it at the track. I might have to tape up the front tires, but for now, I think it's going to be a fun run. I'm going to record it. We're going to have some fun. We'll do another race video. And like I said, everybody, well, the majority of the people that were here while I was live building this. So this is going to be this isn't going to be me out racing it. We're all going out racing it. We're going to get to see, you know, the fruits of our labor, see if it comes out any good. I think it's going to be good. I think this thing's going to rip, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. All right, back to what I was saying. Let's put this thing to the side. We just got a couple of easy things to do. I just want to come and hang out, catch up with everybody for the New Year's. How's everybody's New Year? I mean, I was probably in bed by 10:30. I had work the next morning. Awesome way to start the New Year, going right to work and getting pissed off. But it is what it is. All right. The YZ10. This is the other vintage that I've been working on. I cut the bottom plate out. This is wild. I guess I'm not even going to really need a chassis protector for this. I'm just going to throw a sticker over this one screw that sticks out, and there we go. I got to paint it, which is fine. But we got all of our carbon fiber on there. She's looking good. Got to get all the electronics yet. But we still have one more part I got to throw on. Something small, something easy. But it's always the little parts that look the best. All right, let's zoom on in. Let's check this out. Nitro Pimp saying what's up to Lotus. Everybody getting along just fine. Awesome. All right, one thing I wanted to put on this that I really liked that we did on the RC10T was J Concept sells these little thumb screws. These things are pretty sweet. If you have a battery hold down that requires a screw, or maybe even you can replace some of the ones that have, you have to put the little body clips through that are a pain in the ass. These are pretty sweet. Hate to lose them. They're not that expensive. They say MSRP on them is about 12 bucks. So $6 a shot if you lose them. But they're going to look a lot better on this tray than the plastic junky ones that they want you to use. So let's take these out and take a look at it. We'll throw them on. Then we can put another part on this. And basically, this is on hold until I get the electronics for it. So what's everybody else going on? Anybody else get anything cool for Christmas? Later one said he got himself a Quake, man. It's going to be awesome. The Quake is a good time. I didn't really get any RC stuff for Christmas. I was bad this year, but that's okay. That's okay. I bought enough stuff for myself. All right. Oof, what size is these? I forget. Wow. Okay. I gotta find. I forget what size these are. These are tiny. Nope. Maybe. Yep, that'll work. What do we have? 0.05. That is small. Basically just a piece of basic all thread, so I mean these should work just about on anything. Yeah, we'll get a decent start on them. Is that as far as it'll go? That's as far as it's gonna go anyway. All right, cool. The Quake is hella fun. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Nitro Pimp says, I got an Insta360 and a Mac, but I'm lost. Okay. All right, hold on. We missed a few here. All right, Big Boy Toys, man. I'll catch you later. I have the Baja ready to go as soon as the weather turns. Have a GoPro on top of it, too. Yeah, I can mount that on there. That'd be quick. Let's see. I got an Insta360 and a Mac. I got an Insta360 Ace Pro. Okay. Well, Lotus, then, if you know what you're doing, help pimp out. The Quake is hella fun for a two-wheel drive. It rocks. Yeah, man, and even in the air, that thing handles a lot better than you would expect. Okay, let's see. And the last part that we have to put on this, like I said, one more little piece. Another piece from Extreme Racing. We got the carbon fiber battery strap. One more piece of carbon fiber to add to the carbon fiber that's next to the carbon fiber. I don't know how often we're going to use this one. We're going to try to use it as much as possible, but at least if I'm not going to use it, at least it'll look good. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I may have to drill out those bases a little bit. I think we got to get these down more. Let's see if I can make that work. Yeah, we might have some work to do here. Let's see. I don't know if these are going to go down far enough to strap the battery properly, but I don't want to have to get crazy with it, because if I put a bigger battery in it, it'll be taller anyway. So we're going to let that go for now. Let's see. Turtle, what's going on, my guy? How are you? Buying a Quake on Sunday. It's about damn time. I've been telling you to buy one for months. Let's see. I would, but not a Mac guy. PC all the way. I got this free one. Okay, where have I been? I've been PC my whole life. Yep. Where does the nitro go on this unit? On this one? Anywhere you want it. I don't know. I mean, could you convert this? This would be pretty much impossible. Especially with the belt drive going to the front. I mean, if you can make a plate here, you can probably put a nitro motor right here. That would work. Nitro Pimp, you will love the Quake. It's so much fun. I agree. I'm going to say that probably out of all the new ones I bought, that's the one I probably had the most fun with. Like I said, the Notorious is a good time. I would definitely not say don't buy it. But honestly, it has the same characteristics as the Quake. The front end's always in the air. And that's pretty much it, man. I mean, it's a good time, but it's not, I don't know. It's basically take the Quake, make it a 4S or 6S, and bam, that's what you end up with, four-wheel drive. I mean, I think the Quake is, for under $200, is more fun. I'll be honest about it. But I don't know. That's me. You can take my opinion and do what you want with it, but I would say for $200, the Quake is an absolute steal. I haven't broke much. I did break something on it. All Aspects, what's going on, my man? How are you? We actually need to inspect that. I got to see what I actually did break on that, because I would like to fix it. Happy New Year. Oh, yeah, Happy New Year to you, too. Quake is a Gorgon brushless. I've been 71 in the Gorgon. Yeah, it's pretty quick for this. I mean, as is. I mean, I haven't modified mine at all. But, what was I going to say? In the air, it does great flips, rides wheelies all day. Takes a beating. I mean, I broke mine. Maybe I should get and take a look at it, like I said. So there we go. And a little bit more carbon fiber on top of there with those nice J-Concept thumb screws. So this is basically, we were waiting on electronics. I'm going to put a 13.5 turn in it. Probably go with, I'm going to try that Hobby Wing setup this week. And we'll see if I like that better than the Tekin. If I do, maybe we'll run that again. 71? Yeah, I could see it. As long as you can keep that front end down, you'd be good. Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem. As long as you can keep the front end down on that Quake, you'd be good. That's the only thing. It's just all the time. I was very surprised. I watched Kevin Talbot and Tom Lee do their reviews, but I prefer to get a first-hand look at how they perform before I purchase. Quake 1/10 is rear-wheel drive. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I have one. Like I said, I broke it. Let's go take a look at that real quick, because I want to get parts for that. So there we go. We're a little bit further on the YZ10. Belt drive, four-wheel drive, old school. These were on sale. If anybody's looking for a cool kit, this one I recommend big time. This was fun. They were down to like $200. They were on sale. I don't know if they're still on sale, but these were down to a kit for $200. And all in all, this thing's pretty rad. I mean, you got a belt drive, old school, Yokomo style. I mean, you're not going to get all this carbon fiber and stuff on there, but parts are still available for this. You can go right on AMain and order pretty much anything you need for this. $200, four-wheel drive buggy kit. It's pretty sweet, man. It's pretty sweet. I don't know. Get one. We've been building it on here. You've seen how I did it. This one also, it comes with all, all metric hardware. You ain't got to worry about those stupid weird sizes like we did with the RC10. So this thing is $200. Pick one up. All right. Nitro Pimp. The Gorgon is tough, though. Wife crashed it at top speed, threw the motor out of it, but it didn't break. What? The Gorgon. Yeah, I don't have a Gorgon. Let's take a look at that Quake. I want to see what I broke, because there is something broke, for sure. All right. Mind you, I have been... This is not a nitro. I have absolutely no... I don't care what happens to this thing. This thing gets absolutely... pretty much just straight up abuse. That's all this thing gets. And it likes it, so... I'm cool with it. All right, let's pull this off. The body, so far... It's got some scratches, but it's still presentable. Front end's a little dinged up here. Of course, the back end matches the front, but all in all, I mean, there is no cracks, no like real heavy damage whatsoever. I mean, I'd give that that's pretty badass. That's awesome. The shocks out of the box, garbage. Make sure you go over the shocks. The shocks were garbage. The Gorgon is tough. Oh yeah, my Rustler VXL lives by the same rules. Yeah, man, it's an electric. I don't care. So let's see what we broke. Broke the wheelie bar mount. That's it. Let's see. Get a good shot right here. See it? It's got two screws that mount to the back of the bulkhead. The screws are still there. The plastic is still there. But it basically snapped them off on each side. Let's see if I can get them sort of back into place so you can see what I mean. It's supposed to be like that. Like that. Yeah, wheelie bar mount. That's it. I'm going to have to order that. See if I can get a part number. Let's look it up. You still get 2 runs out of that. Oh, I'll get more than 2 runs out of that. I should fix it, but I'm probably 20 runs. Oh, yeah. My 223S Fury has impressed me. Can't break it. Same chassis, just longer, more stable. All right. White Kryptonite, how are you, my man? If anybody's new here, please like, subscribe, hit that like button on the way in. That's cool, though. The Fury is just it's the same chassis as the Quake, the same log style, because it's a good thing and a bad thing. This thing will ride a wheelie like you wouldn't believe, man. This thing just takes off, which is awesome. But if you're trying to go for a top speed, it's not awesome. You know what I mean? When the front end's up in the air, no control, it sucks. Maybe it being longer would be a lot more fun. But this thing, I can't complain. Under 200 bucks, this thing is a ripper. Certified ripper. Get it. All right. That and the other thing, these the quick release mounts, the handling sucks on them. On what? This? This thing handles great. If you're talking about the Fury, I never drove one. That I have no idea. What was I gonna say? Yeah, 200 bucks. This thing's a certified ripper. I definitely would recommend them. Only thing I've ever seen happen to these, a buddy of mine bought one. Gorgon handling stinks. Oh, okay. I was gonna get the Gorgon until I seen this. A buddy of mine bought one of these. As soon as I bought one, he took it for a ripper. That's all it took. He bought it. All right. We'll come back to that one. We call him full throttle, man. That's just how he is. He doesn't understand that there's a middle portion in between, not neutral and full speed. He's full throttle. That's why we like him. Anyway, he goes through and he watched me move. I have a 80-pound ramp, a ball buster of a ramp, and he saw me take it out of the car. He commented that that's a huge ramp. Watched me take it over and set it up, and then continued to come straight at it full speed, hitting it sideways with the Quake. And he basically sheared off one of the control arms all the way down the side. Like, I mean, he just yard sailed it. It was awesome, but puzzling how this even happened. But with that being said, that's the only time I've seen one of these break, other than a guy was in grass and just trying to get out of it, and, rather than taking the walk of shame, and one of the tires exploded because it just, that's what they do. But yeah, these things will absolutely take a beating. The only thing you got to watch is with these, that's definitely broke. is these body mounts with these nice clips. Got to make sure they click, because I've had this thing come off many times. Joey. Hey, Joey. What's going on, my man? Click. Click. It's good. All right, so do I have the book up here? Let's see how much this part costs. Dirt Demon, Desert Truck, no. I don't think I do. Rift, TLR, Traxxas, MT2. Like we're going to find anything for that. 8T20. Nah, I'll have to look for it later. We don't. Okay, Blada, it says, see if you can lay your hands on a PD TX10 or a TR10. I don't know if we have that over here in the States. You might have to break that down a little further for me. The lengthened chassis and short course tires on the Fury make it way too easy to drive. Okay, and if you use the built-in gyro, it's straight as a bullet, even after 103 S-Packs. Oh, damn. Urban Legend, what's going on, my dude? What's up, Rinks? It sounds like some roadkill talk sheared off the arms. Oh, dude, it was awesome. You know that big Fresh Park ramp I got? What's going on, Lee? He watched me set it up after commenting on how big it was, and he ran into it sideways, basically hitting the legs, and he just left everything, man. It was sweet. It was sweet. Hell yeah, Lee. I'll have a root beer. All right, that was it. I'll have to look up the part for this at a later time. I'm not going to do that now. That's okay. All right. For all the latecomers, you just want to check out the RC10? She's finished up, ready to go. We're going racing tomorrow, so be ready for a video probably sometime this week. Got that awesome paint job I threw up on there. Not bad for an amateur. Definitely not on Urban Legends level by any means, but hey, man, for a race car, this thing is going to take a beating, and it's going to look good taking it. Yeah, man, this thing came out really nice. The Cliff LED edition. Thank you, thank you. Yep, we're going to run that tomorrow. I want to see the Ford. What Ford? I got lots of Fords. What's up with them team-associated rally cars? I don't know. I'm not going to buy any rally cars. The on-road stuff for me is hard to use. Thank you, Lee. Appreciate that. My Focus. It's out there covered in snow. We had it out earlier today. It was fun. Me and the kid went for sushi. We were whipping donuts. They had a unplowed parking lot at the mall that there's like 4 stores in, so... You know, probably should have did that before we went for sushi, man. That was probably a test. Yep, the RS. All right. Got one more thing in this box I wanted to take care of. We're going to need screws for. Actually, no, they're too long. We don't want to use those. We're going to have to get some screws. But one little part left. That's it. Then we're gonna pull out something here from the vintage shelf. I can show you another Ford, but sometimes it's the small things here. What we have here is the forgotten T-Max. Remember this guy? This is the one that was in the back of the hobby shop for probably about 10 years, maybe more, 15 years. Totally forgotten about. And we got it running before, but needs one little small part. All it needs. This thing's already got a receiver in it. Everything's hooked up. Steering works, throttle works. It all works. Grizzly, what's going on, my man? How are you? Hello, all. Hope you had a great New Year's and holidays. Same to you, my man. Same to you. Let's see. Urban Legend says, I have just unlocked a time capsule. 3 NASCAR jackets from the early 2000s. Are they like foam ones? Oh, tell me you got a Jeff Gordon one with all the crazy rainbows and stuff. My 03 SVT Focus needs a clutch. There's one of those for sale local. I've been looking at. Guy wants $3,000 for it. Is it running? This? Absolutely. This runs. What's up, Grizz? The paint job and the shocks look insane. What a gem. Yeah, this thing has almost no runtime on it. From what I believe is it had a transmission problem, and it was brought back to the store. This is when the store just first started selling RCs. So this is one of the first ones that they sold. They had a problem with it, and I guess they maybe returned it, and they were going to fix the transmission and resell it or something. It ended up going in the back room, and history goes by. Nobody ever touched it until I got it. We put it back together. And I mean, this thing is like new. There is not much. But anybody that knows anything here about nitros is, I'm just missing the head protector. That's the only part I could not find. Look here, we take this off. I got a new air filter for it. New on and off switch because there was batteries in it. Now, if anybody knows anything about batteries, usually batteries have a 10-year shelf life on them. These were from 2001, so you could guess, you know, how old they were. We put a different reverse servo in here. Remember, the loudest servo in the world? And, yeah, that's all it really took. This thing is clean as a whistle. It's basically brand new. But this is the old school. This is vintage. This is not a new one. All right, let's cut this open. I don't think those came with the protector. I think those came on the 2.5R. You might be right, but I'm not going to use it without it. It's in too nice a shape to flip over and clean it up, and there is also no scratches on it currently. So, should fit, right? TRX 2.5, it doesn't designate R or not, so should fit. Now we're going to want the opening. We'll put that in last. I'll put it right there. Just like that. That's in there pretty tight. You're supposed to put screws in these? I don't know. There's holes for a reason. But I mean, that's snug as could be anyway. And we'll throw 2 screws in there. Call it a day. Let's get 2 flats. There we go. Didn't do a damn. I might just leave it the way it is. Maybe they don't. Do they get screws? As long as you punch it just right. Yep. Give it a little. There she goes. Nice. Yeah, the 3.3 ones do, but this one doesn't even have anything like, because the 3.3s have a piece on the inside. Then when you put the screw in, it spreads them out. This one doesn't. This one just kind of clicks in and you're good. Come on now. There we go. All right, I'm going to leave it the way it is. I think that's fine. Hang this up for something for later if I lose it, I guess. That's probably why they come in packs of 2. There's nothing to really hold them on. They wait for you to lose it. High Velocity, what's going on, my man? How you been? Happy New Year. Oh, look at that. There's something we're going to need to do. I don't think I have any more of the caps, though. That's the right color. We'll just make one. Come on. There we go. Need an antenna. Needs an antenna. I do not have any more of the black caps for these. That's the only thing that sucks. They give you like 60 feet of tube so you can make 1,000 antennas, but then they don't give you enough caps. But I'm all right with it. Just chop this down. So we'll just make it that long. There we go. All right, cool. What do you think? You want to fire it up? Do a quick first fire up of the year. Let's hear this thing. I think I got an easy start up there that probably has enough juice in it. But we've said that once before, and I lied. Rings. This a basher? Is this going to be a day? Is this a basher, or is it going to be a daycare center? What, this guy here? Nah, this one's too nice. I'm not going to beat it up too bad. Well, let's see the ramp. Sure, but no, this is original. This is nice. Perfect example. I don't like beating on my stuff too bad, but yeah, no, we'll throw it off the ramp. We'll have some fun with it, but as far as beating the shit out of it, no, that don't happen. I got certain trucks for that. We just got done looking at one. Everything's falling over. I'll get that later. Let's see if this will start. All right, that's not it. Let's see what we can do. Oh, yeah. There we go. No doubt in my mind this thing will be ready to go. Holy compression, Batman. Let's use the power. There we go. Trying to catch it. There we go. That'll work. There you go. Yeah, that thing will fire right up. Love the sound of nitro. Me too. Yeah, this thing was a find. This was probably the last thing left in the shop. This was going to go to auction with everything else. Somebody probably would have got it for $10 and tried to resell it on the marketplace. I said, nah, man, I'll take it. And here we go. Now we got an antenna. I'm gonna make sure we make that. That's not where it goes. Goes through there. All right, just need some body clips. That body was so new on this thing that the stickers were still in the box. Let's see. Catch up on this. Looks good. Stuff raw. The power plant is clean. This engine's probably brand new. Let's see. Love the sound of nitro. Me too. Me too. Raw, what is up? I got new shoes for the Savage. Gonna try to beat my personal best of 53. There you go, 53. That'll get you up into the higher ones from when we did the speed challenge. I think highest one was 57, 58. You got some competition there. Big Boy Toys, what's going on? Right on, man. Good. Carlo. Any of you know where I can buy a new 5.9 for my XL? A new 5.9? Check eBay. I don't know if it's worth it, though. I mean, right now, maybe it is. Because right now, I mean, like if I was to say like I had a 5.9 and I needed one, I would go out and just buy myself an LRP 32, but I don't even think they're available right now, so I don't even know what you would do. We should do an on-road challenge, Jenny's RC. Yep, Luma Dave, possibly. Try him. We should do an on-road challenge. What are you thinking, big boy? What are you doing? Speed? Nitro, electric? That could get ugly. LRP. Yeah, I got mine with the 32. Some dude on eBay wants 400 plus 50 shit. Yo, he's on glue. He's on glue. No, I'm good. Nitro on-road. Okay. I got one. I got two. But I don't think they're very quick. RS4 on-road challenge. I have an RS4. Expensive for the 5.9. Better options for the price. Oh, absolutely. Speed. Nobody has LRP in stock. Yeah, but you just got to wait. They're going to re-up or something. any company has a product that sells out like that, they're going to do what they have to. So give it some time. LRP will catch up. I think don't overpay. If you wanted to, I mean, okay, let me retract what I just said about the overpay. What's it called? Help me out here. They modify them. They had still some LRPs for sale on eBay. I seen. I forget the name. I'm sorry. It's late. I've had too many root beers. It's just been one of them days. Spy and SH. RCR. Thank you. Thank you, Pimp. SH. You get what you pay for. Force 28. Heck, I mean, just buy an F46 or something like that. GMAR LRP. You're going to pay for them all. I mean, you might as well get a good one. The 5.9's good. The 4.6 will be fine. I mean, I love my LRP 32. After you break it in, it's wonderful. I'm doing a Force 32 in my Savage. There you go. That'll move. You can find some of the older 32s. The what's that one that I had? The Axial 32. You can still sometimes find those around. They're not bad. See, I got this sitting here. I got a bunch of stuff. You can see here's a brand new piston and sleeve for an F46. Got a brand new carb for one. I think that's for an F2. Yeah, F46 carb. I got head shims. I got a head button. I got all kinds of F-Series parts. Nova Rossi 28.8. Jenny's don't have no HPI engines. Maybe Lumadave. You can check Lumadave. He does have Savage stuff, but it's all the newer stuff, so you might be in luck. I might have to take out the VG30, my old Savage, put that in my XL Savage, then put a 4.6 in the old one. 4.6 is a great engine. I've never had a 5.9, so I can't speak on that, but that 4.6 is a great engine. I mean, I'm happy with it. There's a 4.6. Where do I have one? Look, I think where did I put it? Oh, it's out there. I have let's see, F46 is sitting on a stand out in the with the other engines. There's a K46 up there on top of the shelf. I got to get done. I have a VG30 and a Savage, and it ran good. Yeah, it should. Well, on the topic of Savage, that's the next part. We're going to have to put something together. But I think I scored on this one. I think I scored pretty good on this one. I mean, I got this. As soon as it dropped on eBay, I bought it. All right. Check this out. Check it out. Check it out. All right. Let's get rid of this. It's a beautiful engine. It is a beautiful engine. We can bust out my Savage in a little while, maybe. I don't think I'm going to put these on right now, but we got time. Maybe I will. All right, cruising on eBay. Here we go. eBay Sniper strikes again. I go through the Savage stuff quite a bit. I like looking at full trucks. I missed on one. I'm pissed. There was a Savage. I think it was what was it? Was it a 21? Yes, it was a 21 because it had the yellow fog lights on it, at least with the metal case. So it was, I believe, to be a 21, but it was messed with quite a bit. It had a Bounty Hunter body on it with blue springs. So I'm like, cool, the blue springs. I don't have those yet. The Bounty Hunter body, I seen those going for over $100 on eBay, not selling, but on eBay for over $100. And it had these like monster truck wheels. I saw those and I'm like, yo, J Concepts monster truck wheels, a nice set of Fling Kings or something cool like that, and get the blue trim rings to match the Bounty Hunter body. This thing would be dope. But it was a roller. No, it had a transmission, driveline, everything. No engine. I have an extra. I have that the F46. I was gonna put that in there, make a whole truck out of it. Dude, it was like $140. I'm like, shit. I need this, but I'm waiting. I'm like, we'll see what happens. It's sold. But I did find one thing, and I did pick this up. The VG30 is what's up. These are gorgeous engines. Yes, they are. I mean, if you got one of those to throw in there, That'll go great in an X. So here's what I bought. I think I did pretty good. We're going to do some guesswork on this one. I think I scored pretty good on this. What we have here is the MIP Shiny CVD set. These are for the center drive shafts. Brand new in the package, as you can see. This is the grease in here is probably about as old as OG. So that tells you something right there. We got 2 on the channel later, guys. Friday Night Nitro. You're better off here. I'm not going. Anyway, pick these up. 65 bucks on the tag. All right. Old school. The reason I picked these up is because, well, why not? MIP quality. You cannot beat that. Second, I noticed that OG has been blowing the center drive shafts out when he comes down hard because he's flying up to the moon and he loses the dog bone. With the CVD, I'm not going to have to worry about that. And the quality of this thing should be perfect. I don't think we're going to have any problems with breaking them. So I think it's time to break these things open after how many years. But first, 65 on the tag. Discontinued. You ain't going to buy them brand new anymore like this. On eBay. How much did I pay? Let's see what we got. Anybody want to take a swing at what I paid for these? Mind you, I have found these things used on eBay. Going for about 50 bucks. Used. 120. No, sir. Way off. Way off. Flyboys, what's going on, my man? 120. Anybody want to take a swing? 120, I would have left him there. No. Anybody else want to give it a shot? 30 bucks. Close. 10? I wish. No, sir. The guys are pretty much right in the middle. 80 bucks. I paid $26 for these shipped. 26 bucks. Oh, yeah, I got a deal. Hard enough to find these things brand new in the package, but to get them for 26 bucks? eBay sniper, baby. Oh, my God. Yeah, man. Solid deal. So I figure we'll take these. Let's put them together. I'm not going to take my Savage apart tonight. I don't think that's really something I want to dive into right now. But I think we should put these together and take a look at them. Give them a good quality inspection. See what I think. Oh, my God. Yeah, solid deal. As soon as I seen them pop up, I'm like, there ain't no waiting. Click. I was thinking you had to overpay. Nice. Nope, 95% of the time, you do. That one, I got away with. Also, if anybody needs Savage parts or any obsolete, weird HPI parts, let me know. I bought out a shop. I got stuff for days. I got a lot. Let's put it that way. RS4, RS4 Mini. I got some weird HPI stuff, some of your weird stuff. If you have any questions about crashing part numbers for HPI stuff, I actually have the dealer manual. I have the whole catalog from basically Savage X up. I mean, all the weird stuff. Are you ready? I think we should open this up. This is painful because, man, this thing has been wrapped up for a while. Oh. Savage rear steering? No, sir. Was that a thing? Could they do that? All right. Got some old school MIP stickers. Check those out. Those are sweet. Still look usable, too. So wherever they kept this, maybe not. Look at this pamphlet. I don't know if you could see it, but it was in the window or near sun somewhere because it was folded like this, and that's where the stickers were. So this thing's been there for a while. I don't believe that I've ever seen a Savage with rear steering. Do they? How would you do that? That'd be tough. I've seen it once. Not sure if it was some mod. Yeah, I think that might have been because I never, like, just from the mechanical way that that's put together, I don't think it would work. It could. I could be wrong. I mean, there's a way for everything. We all know that. All right, let's take a look at these. Let's open this up and I'll scan you down. Let's see what we got here. Jeez. Yeah. that MIP lube, we're definitely going to probably use something else. All right, these should go together pretty easily. Yeah, the rear steer stuff I've seen, like, what came with the rear steer? The Nitro Pimp just had one on his channel not long ago. It was the, not the X Factor. I don't think you could get it on a, let's see, the MGT, I don't believe had it. Was it a Titan? I think it was a Titan. I think the Titans had the rear steer. But check this out. Got this big ass freaking dog bone. I'd say that's similar in thickness to what you'd get on a regular Savage. Let's see here. I know I have them somewhere. How thick are we go? How thick are we? About 4.5. Let me make sure we're zeroed off here. Looking at about 4.38, so just under 4.5 millimeter diameter on the shaft, and it's got the one-piece cup instead of having the dog bone on the other end. Looks like the cross pin is pressed in. That's cool. Now look at these. These are nasty. I guess that'd be the end that would go onto the differential. This thing is sweet. That is thick. That is thicker than hell. If anybody's ever had the MIP drive shafts, like for the Slash or anything like that, you know how overbuilt they are and how heavy they are. This looks like a piece right from there. Let me zero this out. 15.82 diameter all the way around. That's huge. That is huge. Let's open this pack up here. Yeah, I would say that rear steer was somebody's mod. All right. We'll put some grease in these at a later time because this is absolutely destroyed. You can see, like, yeah. All right, cool. All right, these are basically just going to go together like any other CVD would go. Let's see how thick these barrels are. 6 1/4 diameter on these barrels. So these are freaking massive too. So you're going to go there. That's going to go there. These freaking roll pins are big too. The size of these roll pins. There we go. MIP was nice enough to supply you with the Allen key to go with it, I think. Does it fit? Yeah. I'm going to put some Loctite on these. These are much bigger than the ones I just built before for the RC10 B7. It probably weighs as much as a third of that buggy. There we go. Check it out. And I guess you're going to reuse the stock pin that comes with it from HPI. That's a large pin, though. Yeah, I guess that'd be the same pin that you're going to take out is going to be the one you're going to reuse. Let's see. Where are we at? I have MIP on my old T4. Never had an issue. I'm going to need 2. What, 2 of these? Like I said, you can find them used for about $50, but you'll never get one this cheap again, I don't think. Like I said, I'm not one to rip somebody off, but if you're willing to put it up, and I'll pay asking price for it all day, you're going to let yourself get ripped off. This was a great deal. There we go. Slide your pin through. Find the side with the threads. There we go. All right, cool. Oh, come on. Let's try that again. There we go. All right. So what do I think? I think these were a good deal. What do you think? I don't think I'm going to have any problems with these. Seems like one's a little bit longer than the other, just like it's supposed to be for the regular Savage. These are made for a 21. I don't know if the, I think the drive shafts are longer for your, your X and up. So I think these are going to be stuck to just 21s and 25s. But these things look badass. Nice old stock. Gotta love it. But there we go. All right. Let's see. We've been hanging out for about an hour. What do you think? Do you want to... Two choices here. We could hang out for a little bit. I could maybe throw them on. Or just maybe make it an hour and call it a day. What do you just want to do? I'm about ready, I think, just to call it a day. It's been an hour. We got some stuff done. We got to check out the new truck. High Velocity, did you see the new truck? Are you still here? The new truck is awesome. Anybody else want to see the new truck before I get it away? We're going to make a video tomorrow. I'm going to take it to the track. We're going racing. We're going to check this thing out. Hopefully it'll do well. I can get rid of this. Is getting everywhere. Get rid of that now. Then we'll call it. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. What you want to take the Savage? We try taking it apart and put these in. No, I haven't. Oh, check this out, my man. Let's see it again. The RC10T Cliff Led Edition, all painted up, wired up. It's got a Trinity slot machine motor. It's got some pretty good stuff. Let's see it again. All right, I'll take the lid off one more time. I hate these little body clips. The front is very tight. All right. Here we go. RC10T. I switched the body colors up a little bit. The back section was black, but I have nothing black on this whole truck, so I did not want to do it. The stripe is supposed to be like a red, but I went with an orange because it kind of matches the chassis a little bit better. And then we did the white cow graphics on the front, just like they have from the factory. So it's close to a box stock paint job, but I put my spin on it a little bit. Then as far as underneath it, love those wheels. Yeah, those are the new J Concepts wheels that are made just for this. These have a weird setup. These have a pin style rear. So if you have another truck like an RC10 GT or anything like that, these will work. But they have a pin instead of having a hex. These will work with it. And then in the front, kind of like the old Rustlers and stuff like that, it has a bearing loaded front wheel. So these are made just for that. They come in yellow and white. We got pin downs and swaggers, your classic carpet style setup tire. It's got a Trinity slot machine. This is a new motor for me. I've never ran one of these. I know that there was some controversy over the old slot machine. They were a little bit too much, I guess, for Roar approval, and they had problems with them. But not bad, not bad. What do we do here? I use the carbon fiber piece that it came with. That is part of the Cliff Led Edition. J Concepts carbon fiber shock towers. Lots of adjustments. Also, if you notice, all the parts on this were supposed to be white. We took all the dyeable parts, not the bumper, but the control arms, the hubs, everything like that, and we dyed everything black, front to rear, to get rid of that white. I don't know, it just doesn't look finished. J Concepts honeycomb motor mount, just looks good. That's all that did. J Concepts carbon fiber battery hold down, and their steering rack. Let's see if I can get a good look. There we go. The aluminum steering rack from J Concepts. 2 bearings instead of the plastic that it comes with. It comes with 2 bearings. Very, very tight. Awesome setup. Did not come with the screws. Pissed about that. Personalized. Oh man, this thing, there is nothing I left untouched. J Concept servo mount with a nice Protec. That is the 160T servo. Good job on the two-tone. Thanks, my man. What else do we do? Trying these out for the first time. These are those new Protec twist lock battery terminals. Lee, thanks, man. I appreciate that. We put RPM ball cups all the way around on the tie rods because the stock ones suck. Let's just put it straight forward. And as far as an ESC goes, that is the, what's it called? The Hobbywing XR10 Pro Legacy. 150 amp ESC with, it came with the fan. I didn't have to do nothing to it. What else we got to do? Did some more stuff to this. There's got to be more stuff we've done to this. I'm using the Protec servo horn that it came with. It's aluminum instead of the plastic stuff. J Concepts thumb screws. This is a 3D printed block just to keep the battery in. Somebody at the track gave me that, and I was like, that would work wonderful. I was able to hide, I don't know, you can't even see them. The battery capacitors are actually underneath this little block, so I was able to hide them. That I thought was a pretty trick. I still need to get a chassis protector. I got to come up with something at the track. But yeah, race ready. This thing should haul the mail. We should have some fun with this. Now I lost one of the plastic keepers. Oh, there it is. There we go. But yeah, this is one we're going to be racing tomorrow. I'm going to video it. We'll see how bad I do with it. I got some stiff competition, if you would. Everybody that's in that class is a good driver, so not promising anything, but I just want to watch this thing come back in one piece, and we'll consider that a victory. We got about 3 weeks to iron it out before the next trophy race, so that's the goal. But yeah, the two-tone came out pretty good. I mean, I've been using this Tamiya real thin pinstripe, this stuff. Not digging it. This stuff does not stick that great. I'm going to see if I can come up with something from 3M that'll hold better. But like I said, this is not a shelf queen. This thing is going to be raced and raced hard. I guarantee you that there will be tire marks on this by the end of tomorrow night. So, God, that front is tight. So what's everybody else got going on? Mark Archer 910. You all use nitro, RC? I have a good amount of nitro, sir, but no, I race indoors in the winter time, so I build electric as well. I have this. I have a B7 that I race. But yes, we do quite a bit of nitro, man. Not sure if you've ever been here before, but yeah, if you like and subscribe, man, check us out. We all do. Quite a few of us in here do. Do you run nitro, sir? If I can find this hole and be in good shape, man. These freaking body mounts like to spin. There we go. But yeah, we do use quite a bit of nitro. Trying to think to anything new from the nitro side. Did I do anything different? Oh. The reaction is about ready to go. I just got to order a receiver for it. We can fire that up. I have an HPI trophy buggy and an FTX Carnage Nitro NT. So that must be a truck. Nitro, man. Yeah. I do not have the HPI Nitro buggy. That is one I don't have. I have Savages for days. I got tons of Savages. What else do I have from HPI? Let's see. Savage. Oh, I got what is it? The MT2? The MT2 is one of my favorites. That would have been around the same time as the trophy buggy, the MT2. What else we got from HPI? RS4, Evo 2. That's really it from HPI. Mostly Savages. I got tons of Savages. But yeah, glad to see you like the Nitro. Just got done building some MIP vintage CBDs for a Savage. going to install them at a later time. Nice. HPI Baja 5B as well. We have OptiFuel in the UK. Who makes the OptiFuel? We don't have that. I use mostly this. Wow, it's getting low. I only have, what is this? 20% 9 oil. Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good. 20% VP is what I usually use. I have a quart and a little bit of that. And I got big boy here. That's the what is this? The Lutz brand? Yeah, the Ryan Lutz 30%. Yeah, that I run in my race buggy. Do you also have that nitro fuel? Not sure. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I've never heard of it. If you look on the back, who made it? Is there a manufacturer on it? Because we may have it just as a different label. Because we have all kinds. I don't think I have anything else on me. We have the Traxxas junk. I got some of that over there. I use to clean stuff. That's really it. Yeah. No, we got some other stuff. I get OptiFuel 20%, 2.5 liters for 23. How does this go? 1 US quart. I'm not going to get all crazy on the math. 1 US quart, this stuff I got for, I think it was like 16 or 18 US dollar. So I think that bigger one was like 60 bucks. Yeah, nitro fuel is not cheap, but I'm happy we can still get it. What else do? We looked at the Quake. Got the head cover on that. I don't think those came with screws. The more I look at that, I don't think that the 2.5 came with screws. Yeah, I don't think it did. Pretty sure it didn't. Doesn't look like it should have it. All right, let's clean up here. We'll get this box gone. It's pretty cool. It's the sound and smell I love. Yeah, that's why we all love it. But like I said, we have to run indoors during the winter because it's cold as balls, man. And that's what we end up having to do. All right, the Baja 5B. We were just asking about the 5B, Lee. What is in that? The 32? The Zenoa 32 came in the 5B as well, or is that the smaller one? Because the big boy back there, he's got the 32. Let's see how much of a pain this is going to be before we dive into it. All right, we're going to have to make some adjustments here because this thing's so freaking big. All right. She's a huge one. There you go. You want to see a cool nitro? This is a cool nitro. I'm sure a bunch of us that have been to the channel before have seen this thing. This is my favorite. This thing is so fun. Is it my fastest one? Nope. Pretty damn big, though. This thing is fun. Lee Harris, I agree. Sound and smell. Yeah. Check this thing out. Let's see how much of a pain in the ass it's going to be if we're going to dive into it or not. All right. Yeah, this is a first gen HPI Savage 21, but there ain't much 21 left to this anymore. That is a HPI Ford Raptor body. That's also done in that same orange that I used for the stripe on that 10T. Overall, nice looking body. The decals are a little how you doing, but it looks good. It looks good. I think it looks good. Wheels and tires. Axial double bead locks with the infamous Big Joes. Everybody likes the Big Joes. Prices of those on eBay have gone wild. Again, lay low. we got ourselves, that's the newest edition, full carbon fiber chassis, still retaining the 21 roll bar with a matching Vantage pipe. That was not fun to find. That took forever. I kept the basic 4 shocks, dual shock setup all the way around, and then the ZR32 from LRP. Still has the original 2-speed. I did not want to put a 3-speed in it, because it's still a 21. I wanted to keep it a 21. But one thing that is cool about it, I don't know if I can flip it, keep it in frame. Anybody know what that is? This one has the optional reverse. So this is a 2-speed with reverse. That's why I kept it. So what do we got to do to take those shafts out? Let's see here. Sorry for the... Okay, I've upgraded also to a... what is that? A carbon brake rotor. Upgraded that. So... Actually, let me check something. That looks like it's going to be a pretty big project. I'm going to have to pull basically the front and rear apart in order to get that to work. So I don't think we're going to do that tonight. Let's just take a good look at it. And that's it. Does it say which end goes in what? Let's see what the chat says. It's the sound and the smell I love. Absolutely agreed. Very nice. Nice body. Thank you. Yeah, that one did a little trick too. I like to leave the beds clear. I thought that looked kind of cool because then you get to see the carbon fiber shock towers and all the fun. I wish for an MP10 or MP11 buggy. The MP11 is really nice. Our local 8-scale track is basically a Kyosho track, and they have them there. And I don't know. They've been breaking a lot. I don't know. I have an old school buggy, and if the engine runs, it's usually pretty good. It's Team Associated. I like Team Associated. Maybe one day. Yeah, man. Yeah, the nitro one for build a nice one is $1,500. That's the only thing that sucks. Installation. Remove the stock drives from your HPI Savage 21. Okay. Slide complete assembled CVDs through the bearing hubs. These aren't even right. These instructions are not installation of center CVDs. Here we go. Remove the stock drives from the center drivetrain of Savage 21. Install center CVDs using stock 86094 set pins. That is literally the instructions. Take them off, put them on. Yeah. Well, that's not going to be today. I'm not getting that involved. It looks good. I don't want to tear it all apart right now. But yeah, that's going to be tank out, back off, front off, or back. Oh no. Shit. Probably could do it. Back off, transmission out, leave the front together. I can get to the screw for the front, put the transmission back in, and then rebuild the back. So for OG, that would take him about 12 minutes. To me, it's going to probably take about an hour. So I think this is a project I'm going to save. But yeah, all right. All right, Mark. It's your first time checking some of these out. Anything else you want to see? Any other thing you think that's pretty cool? I might have it. We got Savages for days. I got some weird stuff. A lot of you ain't seen before. Oh. I can fling body clips farther than anybody. I guarantee you that. All right. Put this back on the shelf. I would fire this up, but I'm not. Any nitro boats? Nope, that would have been Lotus. He's gone. No nitro boats, sir. I don't have any boats. Go ahead. I said I probably have it, but no, I don't have any boats. I don't have any planes either. Don't go there. I don't have any planes. I have a very original Savage 21. I have a Savage 25 that we still got to swap the arms out. I thought I did that. Okay, well, there's another project. We're going to have a Savage Day. Hot Bodies Dirt Demon. Duratrax Thunderquake. I got some old stuff. Some of a 25 SS Savage. What else do we got over there? Revos, MGTs, MT2s. I got some old stuff too. No nitro boats. Nitro boats. No way. Here's a neat one. You're talking about doing on-road. Here's a neat one. This is a nitro that I wouldn't recommend to anybody. HPI Rush Evo. No, I don't have a Rush. I have this. We'll come back to that. This thing is a blast. And in my own opinion, I would say this is better than a Rush. The Nitro MT2. You ever seen one of these? These things are sweet. Built off the RS4 basic chassis. Nothing fancy. G3.0 powered. 4-wheel drive. Dog bones. This thing's got it made. This thing's pretty fun. Let's see here. Needs to be cleaned. I put it back sort of dirty. Just grass. A little bit of grass. But yeah. HPI RS4. This thing is fun. I ended up having to modify this the hard way. This should have had a T15 in it. And you used to be able to get the T3.0 engines, and that would have made my life a lot easier. Didn't do it that way. I switched out to this G3.0. G3.0 requires a certain motor mount that they put in the later versions of this, because you could have got this with a G3.0 as a later version. Fix that air filter. Now, the only benefit doing that was now I have adjustability. So if I want to go with a different size bell, I could have. Downside, none of the clutch stuff worked. The flywheel was different. I think you can reuse the shoes. That's probably the only thing you can use. Bell was different. All the bearings are different. Everything is different because I changed it over to this different setup. One has a long shaft, one has a short shaft. But I was able to use the clutch bell and all of the setup basically from the WR8. And I was able to gear it up a little bit. So this thing will probably do, conservatively, I don't have this thing set on kill or anything. This thing will probably do 40, 45 mile an hour, like no problem. And it's a 4-wheel drive, super simple, pull start, fire it up, runs great, never gave me crap. It's just a great truck. And the body is pretty sweet looking, not bad. They came in a blue as well later on. But I think it's a pretty cool truck. If you could get one of these at a good price, highly recommended. This is a fun one. Parts are pretty available. Like I said, it's based on the RS4. It would have been the third generation because it doesn't have belts. Goes good. Now back to the other one. Let me put this away. What is the best way to get a 2mm hex out that is rounded? Depends on the head. If it's a flat head or like a beveled head, take your time, go easy with it, get yourself a Dremel and just cut a strip in it and use it as a flat head and just try to get it out. If you've already broken, if it's just rounded, that'll do it. You'll be able to get it right out. Just take a Dremel, cut a slat in it so that we can get a flathead screwdriver on it and spin it out. But be careful, don't break the head off, don't go too deep. But that's really it. Yeah, Mark, get a Dremel and cut a slot in it. Yep, there you go. Now back to this one. This is the only probably one that I have that I would not bolt extractors work. All right, high velocity. I'll catch you later, man. Oh man, here's the one that I wouldn't recommend. You just want to. You was talking about doing some on-road speed. This thing sucks, but I made the best of it. It is what it is. It's exactly what you think. All right. Well, first off, the body is not the right one. This is a HPI body. This was the S15 240SX. Put kind of a crazy paint job on it. We're not really sure what it was going to look like, but yeah, this is one of my first ones I went custom on. I paid a lot of money for these wheels. These are TE37 reps with drift tires. So let me take the top off and let's see if anybody can figure out what this thing is. Yeah, you could try a bolt extractor. I just think that it's probably a little bit overkill. And in order for a bolt extractor to work, you got to put a pretty decent drill hole down. And with these smaller ones, once it's so hard to get a hole centered in such a small, like a 2 mil, like you said. I would try to do the slit. I would try to cut a slit in the top first and try to get a flathead and back it out. That's probably going to work for you. All right. So if you were to take a okay car and put a questionable engine in it that I actually end up liking. I actually really do like this engine. This is the car. So I'm gonna scroll down on this thing. We'll give it a second. Let me see if you guys can figure out what this thing even is. It's not great. There you go. Anybody want to guess? What are we working with here? 4-wheel drive. Shaft driven. It's pretty much all I could give you. This, you notice, a lot of flex in the parts. Anybody want to give this one a shot? Do you use any Force engines? Yeah. The F46 is a Force engine. A lot of the HPI engines are made by Force. Anybody want to guess at what this is? Don't worry about reading what kind of servo is in it. That is an Arma servo because I got it because it was cheap. Anyway, what we have here, Acme brand. Nope. Nice try though, Lee. Nope. Basically a knockoff of an RS4. I'll give you that. It's not an HPI. All right, time's up. This is a, what's it called? Now I can't think of the name. Red Cat Lightning STR. That's what this is. They've sold this as a couple different brands, but this one is a Red Cat. I think they sold it as something else. They're cheap. You can find these on eBay for a song. They're pretty much an RS4 ripoff. But here's the catch, right? If you can find one of these in decent shape, cheap, parts are still easily available. Red Cat does ship out of the United States. They ship within a few days, so you could get them. Okay, that's the best parts. What's the downside? I'll tell you what, the plastics that they use on this thing, everything is like this. Like, look, you can move all of this. The shock towers move. Everything moves. By the time you're done running this thing, I bet you if you put 2 tanks through this, you got to nut and bolt the whole thing. Everything just starts falling apart. Second is this engine. This is actually a very cool engine. This is not the engine you're going to get in one of these if you buy it new. This is a Team Infinity .18. This is a Toki engine. These engines are awesome. You can still get parts for these. Like, look, this is... No, that's a dynamite part. Oh, here we go. Here you go. Sportworks used this engine. This is the engine that also I have right there in that Sportworks reaction that we've been working on. These engines are cool because it's a... Well, okay. Let's back this up a little bit. These engines are cool for 2 reasons. One... what kind of view is that? One, it's an ABN engine, so that sucks. I'm going to even get the part. Here you go. It's an ABN engine, so you're not going to get as much time out of them. You might get 2 gallon, 2.5 gallon out of it. It's probably going to be cooked. But what is the bonus of these engines? If you can find one of these Team Infinity 18s, buy them. Parts are very simple to get. They're good for any basic small block application. This is a piston, rod, and sleeve out of this. You could rebuild this entire engine from Sportworks parts. The Bug actually had a whole video on these things. You can rebuild the whole inside of this engine, brand new sleeve, piston, and rod for about $25. That's brand new. Now, the cool stuff about these is they do some weird stuff. You can see here, I don't know if you can tell the finish. It's an ABN, so that's got a nickel finish instead of that. Check this out. No tools required. Let's see what we got here. Fat Chubby 47. I resemble that. Just got a brand spanking new T-Max 3.3. First ever nitro besides my electric one, the X-Max. Oh, you're going to love it, man. You're going to love it. Just do the proper break-in on it. Make sure you have it set at bottom dead center. If you're new to the nitro stuff, ask questions here. Hit that like and subscribe if you can on your way in. You'll like the T-Max 3.3. Yeah, the break-in's pretty simple. Don't be scared of it. Traxxas sometimes too also. Big time, big time. Double check that before you hit that easy starter. Before you plug that thing in and you hit that. Make sure you can spin that a little bit by hand. The 3.3 rips. Yeah, the 3.3 is a good engine. Is tuning a pain in the ass? Okay, I'm going to explain to you the way I always looked at it. Perfect example. This is the fuel that I run. Right here. VP 20%. All right, I'm going to tell you the truth. If you're going to run a Traxxas, you can run it on 20%. The difference in speed you get between a 20% and a 30% is very little. You're going to save money on fuel. 20% is also easier to tune. When you're tuning a nitro, that whole thing, rich, loud, no. You can damage things by running way too rich, just as easy as you can run things too lean. You don't have to be perfect. Take it, get the tuning to where it's good. If it stays running, it looks happy, go for it. Lean it out a little bit. If you don't notice any type of speed gain where it's like, wow, man, night and day, this thing is a rocket ship, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. If you're going to sit there and keep on turning those screws all day, looking for that perfect tune to get that extra 4 mile an hour, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm telling you, you'll enjoy it. Is tuning a pain in the ass? It doesn't have to be. It could be a pain in the ass if you want it to be. Let's put it that way. Depending on your weather, your tune will change. The colder it is, the more rich you're going to want to run. The hotter it is, you're going to just keep an eye on the temps. That's all. Just don't burn the house down. Keep it around a 3.3. I want to stay right around 230. I don't want to see anything over 245, 250. 230 is like, all right, we're good. I'm going to let it be. Get yourself a nice temp gun. That's the easiest way to do it. I mean, you could do it with your finger, but that's the easiest way. You take it, laser, beep, tells you what it is. It does change from day to day. No, not really. I mean, if you have a 40-degree day and the next day is a 70-degree day, absolutely. You're going to be running, if you're running good on 40 degrees and it hits 70 degrees, you're going to be rich. You can take it out. Will it still run? More than likely. But like I said, everybody always goes for that perfect tune. I need the perfect tune. No, you don't. You need a tune that will run. If it runs good, it's happy, let it go. That's all. Now, back to what I was saying here about this one. These are cool because you can rebuild them. This whole sleeve here is just made out of nickel. You're not going to, it's nickel coated. You're not going to resize this. You just buy a new one. The piston is really neat. Basic piston on it. Just a nice little, see, that one had a good burn on it. See that nice tint to it? This is cool. I like this. This is the pin. The pin does not use C-clips like pretty much 95% of your nitro engines will use. You basically put the rod through, it goes through, and it just sits in there. And it's got this little plastic puck. You see the little dot, the white dot? That rides along the skirt, and that's what holds it in. And then you got just a basic brass rod. That's all it's in there. Super simple engine. Is it a powerhouse? No. Is it cheap to fix? Yes. Does it run good? Yeah. Runs fine. It's probably only a 1-horse engine. That's all you're going to get out of it. But I can take it, run 2.5 gallons, let's say, through this before it's tired. For $20, I can rebuild it again. This right here, piston, sleeve, and rod right here for an HPI F46. Your force motors. You can see the price on it right here. Was written on it from the hobby shop when I bought it. $79.99. Go on eBay and you try to find one of these. I guarantee you're not going to pay $79.99. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, Fat Chubby 47. You got any questions on the tune or anything like that? The break-ins or anything like that? Come, you know, we're here. I'm usually here on Fridays. I mean, if I can't answer your question, there's usually quite a few people here that are more than capable of helping you out, and everybody will. I mean, that's what we do here. I also have a problem. My idle screw doesn't seem to change as it just stays high idle when I mess with it. I don't know if there's an air leak or the low and high speed needles are completely wrong. Okay. Your idle gap, you're going to want to leave the same. I don't tune the idle with the idle screw. I mean, I think that is a I think the problem with that is, okay, let me back this up. Let's make this simple. Everyone thinks that your idle screw is the idle screw. It's not necessarily made just for that. Okay. First things first is you're going to want to set your idle gap. The idle gap is the distance between when the carburetor is fully closed and how much of a gap is still left. You don't want a big gap. You want to basically get that gap set to right where you want it, which is like 0.5. If you have a guitar, or if you know somebody plays guitar, ask them for a 0.5 pick. Take it, cut it into a strip. You can use that as a gauge. That's a little tip for everybody else. That works real well. Your idle is going to be adjusted by your low speed. The low speed is what you're going to use. Low speed on a 3.3 should be flush. After it is broken in, it might be in just a little bit, but it's flush with the housing. You'll look at the carburetor, and it'll be flush. I'm trying to think. Do I have a carb here? Okay, let's do this. Let me put my toys away. Here's an engine. And this has... Okay, this will work. No, this won't work. This has too many. No, wait, no, that's for the carb slide adjustment. Okay, we have ourselves 3 needles on a carburetor right here. You have your low speed right here. You have idle adjustment, which is right next to it. You can't really see it with the pipe. And then you have your high speed, large in charge on the top. Okay, first thing you're going to want to do is, if you have a high idle with your idle gap set, like I could show you on this carb. I have a pretty, I don't know if you can see in there. Nah, we're not going to get a good shot. I have the idle gap set pretty good. I'm going to leave that alone. I am not going to tune with that idle gap. Idle gap is just something I usually set it and forget it. Okay? Your low side, you're going to do that last. But if you notice you have a real high idle, take it and richen it up. Put some fuel in it, and eventually you'll feel you'll be able to hear the idle coming down. What happens is nitro is more reactive when it's lean, and it's gonna rev the engine up. The leaner it gets. Like if you take it, you turn that low side all the way in, that thing will race until it stalls. You want to take that and you want to just richen it up a little bit, and you're going to hear that idle start to drop itself down. Do not touch that low side until you have the high side. What you do is you take your high side and you're going to run that truck. Run it wide open. Whoop! Goes nice clean pull, no problem. A little bit of trail of smoke behind it. You don't want to be a crop duster. You want a nice little thin line of smoke coming out of that pipe. All right, notice the speed. You don't have to be exact. I don't care if you're doing 21 mile an hour. You notice the speed. Take it, tighten it up 2 hours. Lean it out. If it doesn't go any faster, leave it alone. You're there. If it doesn't go any faster, turn it back the 2 hours to richen it. Just leave it alone. Then you go to the bottom. What you're going to do is you're going to pinch the fuel line going into the carburetor. You're going to count to 5. If it stalls before 5, add fuel. If it stalls after 5, you can lean it out some more. And you're going to notice that that thing's going to hit a certain point, and it's just going to like it, leave it. If you chase that last 3 miles an hour, you're going to drive yourself nuts. All right, let's see what this says. Lee says, there is an idle adjustment screw on the side of the carb as well. Well, no, there's a high, low, and an idle on that one. You might have to use your throttle adjustment on the transmitter to idle it down. That's another thing. Make sure that you're, well, no, if he's using a Traxxas remote, there is no adjustment unless he messes with the linkages. The carburetor should be closed. Easy thing to do is if you ever feel like you're lost on the tune, Traxxas carburetors are always the same. High side, turn it clockwise to lean it out all the way till it's closed. Don't rip on it, just stop. 4 turns out counterclockwise will get you to stock setting, and then your low side is flush with the housing. That's as simple as that. But yeah, that's how I do it. Always just idle gap stays the same, because if your idle gap is open too hard, too much, then you're trying to compensate it for it with the low side. It's going to throw everything off. So you keep your constant is going to be your idle gap. Your idle gap will always be the same, no matter what. Now, I mean, if you have a remote that has idle up feature, that like I have on mine, that's fantastic, because when these are cold, you're going to have an issue. You know what I'm saying? When it's cold and it doesn't want to stay running, you can idle it up till it gets temperature in it, then you bring it down. But other than that, with a Traxxas remote, that is not an option. Double check that idle gap is correct. 4 turns out on the high side, flush on the low side, and always start with your high side needle first. Simple as that. I hope that was helpful. I mean, that's how I've done mine. If you have any issues with that, I have a video up. It's about the Savage 21. You'll see this beautiful vintage, stock Savage 21. And when I got it, I think it was tuned for 30%. And I take it out to the field and I actually get the tune to where it's pretty, I'd say it's pretty damn good. But I show you the steps and how I do it. Yeah, that was a good question. That was a damn good question. That is one of the things. Traxxas, their carbs are a little finicky. Like I said, if you think you're going to have a 60-mile-an-hour Traxxas, it's not going to happen. So, I mean, if it runs 50 miles an hour and it's happy, leave it alone. Don't chase 51, 52. Just beat the shit out of it and have a good time with it the way it is. But, yeah, that was a good question. I enjoy that. You have anything else? DOC, what's going on, my man? Dwayne, how are you? Explaining the intricacies of the Traxxas carburetor. Everybody loves the Traxxas carb. I don't think I have another. That's pretty much the best explanation I could give you of it. But that's what I would do. Yeah, if you're idled too high, definitely your low side's too lean and close the idle gap. That's what I would do. All right, that was cool. All right, let me put this piece of junk away. This is the only one I have that I've ever considered just putting up on eBay and reselling. I don't know. It runs good now. The engine's fresh. I mean, I kind of got all the bugs worked out of it, but man, that Red Cat is something. I was recommended to get an OS carb or a better engine, but not sure. Did I upgrade the motor in your DBX? No, man. Nope. Still got the Zenoa 32 in it. It's got the Zenoa pipe on it. OS 11K carburetor is usually your go-to for the 3.3 Traxxas. It's a good carburetor. I have one over there on an OS engine. Is it better? Yeah. Would I replace it for $100 if I had a bad carburetor? Like if I knew the gaskets were gone or something like that, the O-rings were gone, I don't think I'd ever put a Traxxas carburetor back on it. But I would say yes, it is good for $100. Nitro Bob, how are you, my man? As far as an engine, no, the Traxxas 3.3 is not a bad engine. It's not a bad engine. If you blow it up, hey, go for it. Luckily, you said you bought a T-Max, so big blocks are an option. You need something like this. I'm sure other companies make it, but I know I have one. Let me dig it out. Well, I had a carb here I could have used as a reference. I'm sure other places make them too, but this is an old OFNA one. This is the big block mount for the Max T. What is it? The T-Max for a 26. But you can put a big block in there, but you're gonna blow the transmission out of it more than likely. You got to be easy on it. Orange fuel line. Yeah, buddy. Looks cool. All right. Let's see what it says. Traxxas carb sucks, but I'm not paying $100 for a carb. Bingo. That's my point with those. If you want to pay the $100, you can get a better carb. But I don't know. Like, to me, if I pop a Traxxas motor, I don't put a Traxxas motor back in it. Unless, you know, like even a rebuild on a Traxxas motor is questionable. Happy New Year's. Yeah, same to you, Bob. Hopefully your holidays were good. But yeah, I think your carburetor issue with that 3.3, the high idle is going to be because you're too lean on the bottom. I would definitely check that bottom side screw and make sure, like I said, it's flush with the housing. What I mean by that is, you kind of see on that one. I don't know. It's hard to see. Like that. See, that's a little inside of flush. But yeah, you want it flush with the housing. Like that. This is a good carb. Nice. But yeah, I would never, like, I mean, you can put a, what, OS 21 TM in there. I have one of those over there. That's an idea. I mean, if you ever, still got to finish this. You have this option. This is the OS 21 TM. This would have that. That is actually the carb that they're talking about right there. There we go. You see that little bit there? Come on, focus. Nah, she ain't going to have it. Anyway, that's about the amount of idle gap you want. But the OS 21 TM is nice because you can put all of your easy start stuff onto it. You would need the TM header has to go on there. And that's just the basic T-Max stuff there. This thing's a beast. I can't wait to, I gotta get that finished. That's gonna be a fun one when it's done. But yeah, even like that one needs a piston and a sleeve. All you need to do is on the low speed and about 3 turns out on the high speed. If it's broken in already, yeah, 3 turns. In between 3 and 4 turns if it's broken in. 4 turns is factory setting. 4 turns exactly. I can always reset my needles, right? Just so I can restart. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, your idle gap, you're going to have to figure it out. You're going to have to get that set to, I think it's 0.5. That's the way I've always done it. Basically, well, I'm trying to think. If you can find yourself a 0.05 Allen key, look at the tip. That'll show you what 0.5 is. That's roughly where you want your idle gap. No more than that. If it's halfway open, you're doing something wrong. Idle gap stays the same. 4 turns out on the high side, flush on the low side. And how many tanks have you ran through this thing? Did you do the break-in properly? If you're already broken in where, you know, you're already letting it eat anyway, you're probably on 20%. You're probably going to be probably 3 to 3.5 turns total in, I believe, roughly. And you'll probably, yeah, do not touch the idle gap. And you'll probably just in from flush on the low side, and that'd probably be where you want to be. Like I said, run 20% in that, because the difference in speed you're going to get on a Traxxas between 20 and 30% is a couple of mile an hour. It's only a 1 horsepower engine. It's not going to be like, oh my God, this thing's a freight train now. It doesn't happen. But you should, with the T-Max, you should hit 45-ish on 20% with a good tune. All you need to do is flush it. Yep, that's it. That's all I do. Trying to see if I have something here. I don't have a Traxxas motor. I don't think I have a Traxxas motor worth of shit, to be honest with you. I know I have one in there, but I'm not using that as a reference. That thing's a dog pile. Let's see. Do not touch. Yeah, idle gap will stay consistent. Just leave it alone. Just leave it be. Bob, I got to show you these, my guy. Couple things. We were playing a guessing game. I want to see how good you are. And remember me, I am the eBay sniper. I will find all the good deals. MIP CVD center drive shafts, shiny center drive shafts, HPI Savage 21 and 25. MIP. These are not knockoffs. These are brand new in the pack. We just built them here. How much did I pay? Come on, Bob. You know me. What did I pay? Used price, out of the package. Used, taken off a truck. I've seen these go for 50 bucks. How much did I pay for brand new in the pack? I did the full break-in with six tanks total at 20%, but I'm trying to make it faster, and I might mess up a couple of needles. That's fine. Okay, take it, like I said, do a factory reset. Take it all the way in clockwise. When it stops, stop. 4 turns back out. That's going to reset your high side. Make sure the bottom is flush. And then when the carburetor is fully shut, turn the truck on. Make sure that the servo is pushing the carburetor all the way shut. It's not much. It is not much. That's rare. I'm going to say 30 bucks. You're damn close, Bob. You did better than most people. I paid $26 shipped to my door. Very nice. Very nice. But yeah, you'll get that carburetor figured out. But like I said, on 20% fuel, good tune, depending on where you're at, I mean, obviously you're over the pond. It's colder than hell here. I think it's like 12. I'm not even touching nitro right now. You're probably going to be about 3.5. 3.5 turns out would probably be where you're going to be. And it's probably going to be a little bit in from flush. And then depending on where you're at, altitude, temp, it's probably going to fluctuate a couple of hours in either direction. But you're not going to be any more than 3. In between 3 and 4 is where it's going to like it. And I mean, honestly, if you're hearing the second speed kick in and it's rocking and rolling, I'm telling you, you're only going to hit, if you break 50, that's about it. Oh, you're in Nevada. Okay, I thought, I was talking to somebody else. Nevada desert where I'm bashing this thing. Oh, shit. All right, so it's going to be warm out. Yeah, so I'm saying probably 3.5 turns is where you're going to end up being. Nevada. Who else was in Nevada? We had a couple of guys that come in here that are from Nevada that beat the shit out of their stuff in the desert. I know it's huge. I do OTR. I've been through there. Low speed should not be off from flush. Also, do not turn that one too much. Debatable. No, I go in a little bit from flush. You can usually take some out of the bottom end still, Bob. But yeah, no, I would start it with flush. I will not touch that bottom end until I know I got that top dialed. Like if I said that is it, we are 100% all in on the top end, then go to the bottom. What a lot of people get messed up is, one, wait till it's warm. Do not start tuning that thing until that engine is nice and warm at a temperature that it should be. 230 degrees or less on a 3.3. Once you start hitting 240, 250, it's 230. I like 230, 235, anywhere between there. Once you start going over 240, forget it. I'm putting fuel back in. Once you know you have the top first, you have that top, it is done. That thing is cherry. Then work on the bottom. Where you'll see people getting screwed up is they'll be going top, bottom, top, bottom. One affects the other. If you, how do I explain it? Whatever you take out of the top also comes out of the bottom, because the bottom is going to be the whole. The whole amount is your top. The partial is the bottom. That's going to give you everything from idle to about half throttle. And then when you're wide open, that's when it allows everything in. So if you lean out the top, you are still leaning out the bottom at the same time. So if you go and, all right, let's say you get real lucky and that bottom is right where it's going to be, right where it wants to be. You pull from the top, now you're lean. So always start top first, then bottom. That, I hope I helped you. I hope I helped you. It's one of those, that is the art of nitro, which makes it a lot of fun. But with that being said, you will get 30 people that give you 30 different ways to do it, and everyone is going to tell you that theirs is the best. I don't really have any problem with anything of mine running, and I've learned from a lot of different people different ways, and honestly, I think my way works pretty good. The break-in procedure I do is pretty straightforward. Do whatever you can to get a couple of tanks through it. I usually use the Basher blend, the 12% oil, much oil as possible. Quarter run, half run, 3/4 run, and then after that, I just take it, run it real nice. I think you said you did 8 tanks, or no, 6 tanks. That's probably about right. I usually run, if I can take it and it'll eat through the first tank, no problem. I'll run one more through it and it's still running through it, no problem. Then I'm going to start my quarter throttle, half throttle. If I have one that I have to force it through a friggin' tank, I'm going to go with it until it gets better. That LRP 32 I got was an absolute nightmare. That thing, until I couldn't get heat in it. Once I got it to run a whole tank, it got better. And then it got better, and it got better. But boy, those first 2 tanks, oh boy, that and with a pull start. That pull start, oh man, my fingers were shot. Yeah, Bob has it right. It's absolutely hard to explain, but you can get it. You'll get it. Just don't go too crazy on the needles. That's all. Just, if it's running good, leave it alone. That's what I do. Just leave it alone. You can chase down that last 5 mile an hour. If you're racing, you're at a track, understood. I would do that with my buggy as well. But if I'm out in the yard, just beating on something, no. But, all right. Well, it's about 10 o'clock. I'm about ready to wrap it up. Invisible Speed RC and YouTube has some great ones. Spectra V3i, how are you, my man? Has some great ones. Invisible Speed, absolutely, yes. That's what I do recommend on YouTube. Absolutely, yeah. Check him out. They'll explain everything, but I think it's easier to explain when somebody does it a lot. You're okay? Good to hear, my man. It's just, I find a lot of the videos that people do is the problem is they get real scientific with it. They get real detailed with it, where a lot of people don't pick it up. Like, I mean, I race 10 scale buggies, and when I see some of these people start talking about kick up angle and doing this and moving this hole here, I check out. Hold on, McAfee wants to get in my way. Chubby, if you can post a video of what it's doing, so we can, yeah, there you go. You can use that as a video, you know, start training, showing people what they do. I am okay. That's good to hear, my man. If everybody can hit that like button on the way in or out, I appreciate that. Let's see, Dwayne says, Nitro is very finicky. Carb settings are different for the elevation you're at. It's never the same. That's why I got out of Nitro. Too much tuning. Nah, it can be. Like I said, it depends what you want to get out of it. If you're one of those people that needs to get the full 100%, if it says 45 on the box and you need absolutely 45, just bashing it. What's going on, my man? Just bashing it. Just put up a video I just seen it come by my post. Everybody check him out if he's good. Appreciate that. If you go and you run in the Nitro and you try to chase that last 5% of power and you're just constantly doing it, you're going to hate Nitro. You're going to hate it. You'll absolutely hate it, because that's just no fun. But if you're just, hey, it runs good, it's fast enough for me, I'm going to go out and enjoy it. I can run a full tank from top to bottom and it doesn't stall. It doesn't make me go do the walk of shame every 30 seconds. it's good enough. You know what I mean? I could go out there right now. I mean, it's now, okay, I'm going to take that back. I'm not going out there right now. It's like 12. But if I go out there, you give me a day where the temperatures are within, 10, 15 degrees of the day before, I could go out there and I could turn the screws maybe for about 2 minutes, and it's good for the whole day. Let's see where we at. How are you doing? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Going racing tomorrow. Don't expect nitro to be fast as electric. No, unfortunate. Let's see. Dwayne said something. Where did I get it? I did get that one. Spectre says, I haven't raced in many years. The track shut down. No idea why. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm going racing tomorrow, but it's indoor. Our outdoor track's about an hour and a half away, and with the winter here, that's closed up. Going from Oregon to Idaho to Nevada to California, too much tuning. Yeah. I did OTR too, man. I used to ride down 40 constantly. I understand. I'd be the old lady be up here and she'd be complaining about the snow, and I'd be sitting next to a palm tree in Otay Mesa, Cali. I don't miss it, man. I do. I kind of had fun, but if it's forced dispatch and they make you go up north during the winter, it sucks. I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm dealing with the snow now. True. Yeah. Yeah, we used to run Whole Foods. I'm in New York State. Weather sucks. Yeah, you're not far from me, man. New York State's about an hour north. It's not far. I'm in Horseheads quite a bit, actually. Hell yeah, dude. Fat Chubby. I already learned so much now. It makes sense. T-Max is definitely going to be the next daily use because how old school and sick it is. And does T-Max aftermarket parts are T-Max aftermarket parts still available? Esco, what's going on, my man? 80 degrees today in Houston. Down in Texas, nice. 80 degrees, dude. I think it snowed. I got hail. I got rain. It's 12. It's crap. The T-Max, yeah, the T-Max, you can get a ton of stuff for a T-Max. That's one thing about Traxxas that's still good is, like, you can rebuild anything they got. Like, I got old Nitro Sports up there, and I rebuilt a lot of the front ends of them from slash parts because it makes it a lot easier for wheels. But there's so many parts for the Traxxas. You want to get a Revo, same thing. Did the RC shop in Horseheads, Elmira Heights shut down? I actually, I'm a truck driver. I do shuttle work up there. I've never been to a hobby shop up there. That's just where I end up going. Not really sure. There's still one in Binghamton, though. The big one, Small Addictions, is still open in there. They just bought the bowling alley that they used to be into their next door, so they got more room. It's going to be a pretty cool one. But yeah, the one in Binghamton's a good time, but that's probably 45 minutes away from Horseheads. Let's see, Fat. There is some old school parts that are still available. You can get new stuff too. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know really what you would need for a T-Max. I mean, transmission gears. Everything else is pretty good. Plus, he's already got the 3.3, so he's already got the bigger axles. He's got the bigger C-hubs. I mean, you should be pretty set up with that 3.3. I don't really know. Maybe a pipe. I don't know if they come with a good pipe or not, but that one has it. You can get them. Just Bashin saying hi to everybody. Nitro Bashin, what's up, bud? Happy New Year's. Yeah. My hands were full of chicken a bit ago, taking it apart for sandwiches. Yeah. Binghamton's too far. I need something close, and I won't race on the new style off-road tracks. Show them my T-Max, the crazy one. Oh, the junkyard build. You want to see that one? Oh, yeah, the cancer-causing one. All right. Yeah, we can show that quick. I got some time yet. Let's do it. I had it out. We can bring it back. Oh, this poor thing that we had here. Okay. Yeah. Check this out. This was a T-Max that I got for free. I got it from a body shop. A bunch of guys had a body shop, and I found this thing sitting on a shelf. And this thing was absolutely the most roached T-Max you'll probably ever see in your life. Well, not anymore. This was a 2.5 Classic, just like that other one. But it had some goodies on it that were hiding underneath rust. This basically had to be cut apart. Every screw was destroyed. Every bearing, this thing would not even roll. Every bearing was destroyed. I upgraded it to, these are RPM outer hubs. Comes with bigger bearings. Converted over to 17 mil. These are the same axles that you have on your 3.3. It had aluminum shocks. I had to rebuild the entire shocks from another set. It's all new shafts, all new everything. Probably the coolest stuff, though. Oh, the bulkheads. Those are RPM as well. This has unlimited engineering billet arms, shock towers. I was not able to save the bulkheads. They were rotted. They actually rotted. But I was able to clean these up about, I'd say 70%. They don't look bad at all. But these were very expensive back in the day. These were very expensive. I wouldn't run metal arms normally, but these are discontinued parts that you can never find. It has this. Max Tracks. That used to be an old website that used to be all about the Max. These are made out of titanium. They spark white. I also have the centerpieces here with the Max Tracks logo. So this was a kit that at one point somebody bought. I upgraded it to the 3.3 end links. This has, like I said, the OS21TM, but it needs a piston and sleeve. It's a little loose. Stock transmission, OS header for that to match the engine. That's probably the pipe you're going to want if it didn't come with it already. That's a nice pipe. But RPM bumpers, front and rear. I'm still a work in progress, but yeah, this thing was horrible. We had probably about 2 weeks of lives where we worked on this thing, and I literally had to cut this thing apart because the screws were just, everything on this thing was destroyed. This thing was absolutely destroyed. If you tried to roll it, the bearings in the axles and the bearings inside the differentials were so rusted, I had to literally crush them and destroy everything and cut it apart with a Dremel to get it apart. You could not. It wasn't worth fixing, to be honest with you, but this is what I ended up with after everything was said and done. I seen the diamond in the rough. I shined up the turd as best I could, and I think this thing's going to be badass when it's finished. The Cancer T-Max. That's a, well, we'll see. Metal arms, yep. Them pillow balls, what do you do to keep them from backing out? I just check on them, that's all. I have the same thing with the Armas. They just do. If you got them to the point where they just keep backing out constantly, maybe a little Teflon tape around the end caps, that'll keep them in there a little bit better, but it's just the design. I mean, there's really nothing you can do, because if you over-tighten them, it doesn't turn. If you under-tighten them, they're slopping them. They just suck. There's nothing you can do. What else? Metal arms are only good if you're not going to bash them. I'd go with RPM. I agree. The only reason that I kept these metal arms is because they're made from Ultimate Engineering. They're not available anymore. And, I mean, there's probably close to $200 worth. And for you to buy these arms are about $200. These skid plates, I have found these skid plates. They were almost $100 for the pair. And I got the aluminum frame rails too. Like, this thing is complete. There's probably, I'm not bullshitting you, there's probably, when this guy bought this thing, between the shock towers, the shock stands, the magnesium skid plates, the arms, there's probably $450 worth of stuff in there. So I just gave it the benefit of the doubt. I went with the RPM C-hubs. I mean, C-hubs. Pillow ball hubs, I guess you'd call them. Spindles. I don't know. And the RPM bulkheads. So if I do jump this thing and beat on it a little bit, at least I'm giving it a fighting chance with all the aluminum parts. Let's see. Just bashing it nice. Yeah, dude, this was a nightmare to work on. I just bought 2 MGT 8.0s. Oh, man. I got a it's a 21 with a 4.6 motor. That's absolutely clean as a whistle, man. Those 8.0s, if you got a good deal on them, man, those are awesome trucks. I will go toe-to-toe with anybody. You know, the Savage is the king of the monster truck. I like the MGTs. I still like the MGTs. Let's see. Do they make roll cage bodies anymore? You can still find them on eBay from time to time. But if you watch Haywire RC, he makes them. If you want one, he might make you one. You know, it's just an idea. Haywire, remember the name. Check them out. eBay is going to be your best friend for old T-Max cages and parts like that. Bob's right. Bob's right. 5 runs with my Outcast 8S, always backs out. Well, then you know your 6th time, you're going to have to do it. That's all there is to it. I've never found a trick for it. I mean, this has not been ran yet, so I don't know what these will do. But I just know for a fact that I've already had to play with the Notorious ones twice. So, yeah, 100%. You're just going to have to figure it out. But, all right, everybody, I'm ready to call it. I got to be up early. We're going racing tomorrow. Like I said, we're going to record. We're going to get ourselves a good look at that new RC10T. We're going to see how it goes. I was looking for the Proline Power Strokes for my MGT like I had years ago. I like them. Oh, the shocks? Yeah. MGT parts are not Savage parts. They are not as easy to find. Mine is basically all stock. But good luck with that. All right, everybody. You can hit that like button on the way out if you're new. Everybody, feel free to subscribe, man. I'll catch everybody next time. Yeah, man. Good luck tomorrow. I appreciate that, dude. I appreciate it. We're going to need it. Hospital? What hospital? Okay. I think, I don't know. I think he, I don't know how that worked out. All right. All right, everybody. Next week, next Friday, I don't know, I got to find something. We'll get some more parts, maybe put these CBDs in. I got to do that, and I got to do arms on the 25. So maybe we'll do a Savage Day. If anybody wants to tune in next week, we're going to work on some Savages, I guess. That's going to be my plan. We still have another kit to build, but we're still working on this one. The Yokomo is looking awesome. A lot of carbon. We're getting there. But we still have that collector's edition back there. I can't wait to dig into. But all right, everybody. I'm out. Peace.